Buying an apartment that needs work isn't always a bad choice. Offering a lower price is the most obvious benefit, but you also have the ability to move in with the confidence, knowing that it's possible to transform the space into a dazzling home. Buying a fixer-upper is a good decision for home buyers that are looking to save money. The low inventory with housing can help you lessen the payment amount of your home and stay within your budget. Before you sign an offer of a house that needs work, there are important things you should always keep in mind. It is important to have a good understanding of what improvements and updates you want to make in both the short term and long term. If you don't do your homework, you may end up with a buyer's remorse. But luckily for you, Real Talker, we've produced a list of the 10 best things house flippers need to be aware of before making an offer on a fixer-upper. Remember that while the first step is completing any of these amazing videos, the second and possibly more important step is taking action, even if it's imperfect action. Here are the top 10 things you need to know before making an offer on a fixer-upper. Number 1. Research the building rules. It's a common misconception that all buildings have similar rules, but there are certain restrictions to what is permissible in the building. Research the building rules before you start working on your project. A board may forbid you, for example, to break through a wall that holds a freestanding heating or air conditioning unit, add a washer or dryer, or put in a second bathroom. Some apartment buildings deprive their renters of renovations in the middle of winter. In most buildings, the so-called wet over dry rule is king. Rooms with plumbing can only be above or below other rooms with pipes. This strict construction rule in more expensive Upper East Side apartments also mean that building renovations are made for the summer months, which forces you to plan your renovation and move-in date accordingly. Before you make your purchase, ensure the building has an alteration agreement that tells you what can and cannot be done. You should review the document carefully, and if it notifies a somewhat large change in your plans, consider reconsidering the purchase. Number 2. Consult an expert. If you know you could plan to make changes to your bedroom, closet, or kitchen before moving into your new home, such as changing the room layout, have a general contractor do the necessary measurements and give you estimates for renovation costs. Contrasting changes to your living space are cheap, so it's best not to purchase a home and realize that you'll need a lot of renovations less than a month later. Number 3. Find a good home inspector. Make sure that your house is in good health before making the final decision to buy. It's always worth asking for an inspection so a potential buyer can be better informed. Sometimes, homeowners don't realize these are necessary repairs until after they have already bought the home, which is more expensive than simply staying away from certain properties. Number 4. Be realistic about your timeline. With the remodel, it's important to know what you're getting into. So before committing to renovation, take your time and prepare for a process that will take a long time. After you close on the property, it may take longer to do your remodel. This is because you will need to hire a licensed architect who can create plans and submit them for approval before getting started. All of this comes down to more time, so be prepared for a longer process. You may not know what intermittent effects might appear in a property, and this can increase the cost of the project. Fixer-uppers tend to be more daunting and a risk. Number 5. Don't ignore other financial responsibilities. An important first step in budgeting is to know what you spend on average per month. This can be done by looking over past month's credit card statements and bank statements to see how much you're spending, whether on necessities or luxuries. Next, it's necessary to consider the future. Once your children are old enough, an expensive private school may be included in your budget. Number 6. Tour the apartment with the contractor. If you are seriously considering buying a place, bring in a professional who can give their opinion on the work. It is important to have this consultation before jumping into anything where building materials are involved. Instead of taking the contractor's word for it, go look around at the work they have completed and see whether or not you can gel with that contractor. When you need to turn something around fast, don't give up. Bring in a contractor to assess the property before you sign the contract. There is always a chance that your seller may not take you up on this offer, but it's worth trying if they're not on board. Number 7. Work with an experienced real estate agent. To take advantage of an expert's knowledge, it is helpful to work with a professional who knows the specifics of a specific property. An agent with a good understanding of local real estate trends can show you the benefits of this home as well as many potential risks. Number 8. Factor how you will live in the house. It isn't always the best financial decision to make big renovations on a rental property when you plan on living there for less than 3 or 4 years. A feasible alternative route can be to continue research, which has been difficult to find the right home. You must maintain a level head and analyze your choices rationally in order to make an informed decision. Number 9. Learn your financial options. Lenders that offer renovation financing can help you to get a better handle on the costs of improving your home by spreading them out over time. It can also be beneficial for homeowners to avoid having to dip into their retirement accounts if they use these loans wisely. Don't mortgage your future by overextending yourself. Number 10. Evaluate the location. The value of a home is greatly dependent on the quality of the neighborhood. If an area's status has been elevated in recent years, another major benefit is that prices are likely to go up over time. In order to get accurate information, it's important to look back at several years' worth of comparable sales data to see how this market is trending. Evaluate your current living situation. If the home job and transportation all happen to be near each other, you save a lot of time and frustration. If the home is near your job and public transportation can help avoid paying for gas and parking costs. On the other hand, here are the unfair advantages when buying a fixer-upper for yourself, all for profit. People, companies, and organizations worldwide have taken advantage of their unfair advantages in order to succeed in their line of work. The assembly line process developed by Henry Ford before others caught on, Starbucks marketing that make you feel good about spending more, and the green logo that symbolizes the company makes it so easy to feel at home while drinking. In today's fast-moving real estate market, you are going to need more than just the average strategy. You want an unfair advantage. I can give you that. These strategies have been used by me every single day, and they automatically put extra work into your job without you having to do anything but sit back and enjoy it. The downside is that you are now on level playing field with people who are simply not as smart as you. That's all it means and doesn't really make you seem bad. We are coming off a period of extreme sentiment towards real estate due to the crash. The stakes were high and led to damage that has been extensive, something that made investing in a home seem like not the best investment during this difficult time. Now is the perfect time for it, with well-off homes becoming available for bargain prices. What has been a surprise to many is that there was this sudden skyrocketing trend in property values instead of gradual improvement, particularly in the hardest hit markets like California, Arizona, Nevada, and Florida. There have been major shifts in buyers' ability to make offers. Buyers are finding they are being outbid on properties even if they don't offer much above the asking price. And it's not just in those tough market states either. All over the country, buyers have found themselves facing tough competition for properties, whether their investors are new buyers or first-time home buyers. Many are wondering if the market is really rebounding so fast. And the answer is yes. If you let's begin this uptrend, buyers find themselves competing with those who want a home of a certain price range in specific places. They'll want to find one fairly priced, but there will be many others who are right behind them. What are they going to do? Searching through real estate listings to help someone else find a home they love. Connecting with friends and family members to look for homes that might be right for them. What you'll get with the unfair advantage is an avalanche of phone calls and emails from agents, homes, and leasing companies. Your demand could outweigh the supply as they always want to only be able to work with one winner. But a few options can help you get out in front of the competition. If you want different results, then you'll need to take a very different approach. And that's where my unfair advantage techniques come into play. You'll have an edge over the other home shoppers and investors when using these techniques. You'll give very specific instructions to your agent as to the type of homes you're seeking, as well as ways in which you want your research delivered. Number 1. Share your preferences with an agent that will find not only homes that meet your requirements, but also homes that have the keywords or phrases in their MLS. Your agents will review its properties for you and search for them to find those with certain features. As is, vacant, and have had at least one recent price reduction. Number 2. These are keywords and phrases that tell the interested buyer to dig deeper into the house. They are homes that have something special about them, for example, a fixer-upper. These homes will be harder to sell, which could mean more motivation on the part of the seller. Number 3. Also tell the agent to send these listings in the same format that the agent sees. There is a sample version that typically gets sent and a more detailed one with additional comments and notes that the agent sees. The robust version is what you need. Number 4. By looking through the agent listing reports, you can then find keywords to prove that the seller is motivated to sell at a lower rate. You need to search for phrases such as diamond in the rough, which has helped sellers accept an offer from buyers in the past. With these words in your arsenal, you'll be able to make an offer of your own and have it accepted. Handyman special, must sell or must move, already moved, needs a little help, needs some TLC, bring any reasonable offer. When you use unfair advantages in your favor, you gain not just a good deal. You're able to create a good deal with proven techniques unknown by most. There are people out there competing for the same homes, but you'll be secretly and selectively evaluating homes not even on their radar, reducing your competition while locating homes with sellers who are motivated to negotiate discounts instead of accept bids. Remember, it is easy to be excited about starting a home renovation, but this enthusiasm may wane as time goes on and the project continues. Your unfinished house can make it tough to move on, so you'll feel discouraged if you decide you want to move in during the project. Patience is key with renovation. Although it may not feel this way, the process takes time and you need to make peace with it during that time. Depending on how much money you have, reaching your dream home may take a long time. For the right home, buying a fixer-upper can be a great value. One must consider the price of the house if they wish to afford it, and in order to turn into it their dream home, spend some time renovating it. Home builders do not always put quality frames in their houses, nor do they provide you with any sort of warranty. It is essential to perform a thorough home inspection before construction and decide on your timescale. If a mortgage company is investing in your home, you likely have to get an inspection done. It's even more necessary for self-employed borrowers because the lender is only risking their time and resources. With the amount of time and effort it takes to achieve your dream home, you may wonder if you will ever get there. Are you planning to make an offer on a fixer-upper house? Have you decided to hire a home inspector, contractor, or an expert that can help you with your project? Or do you have another tip in mind that is not included in the list? Let us know in the comment section below. Your best advice for house flippers. And that's it for this video, Real Talker. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person, as a token of your appreciation for the hard work you put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you soon!